Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, we were discussing the key features of the Constitution, children. The key features of Indian Constitution. We discussed federalism, we discussed parliamentary form of government, and then separation of powers. We are on the fourth point, that is the fundamental rights. So, children, the section on fundamental rights is also there in the Constitution. Fine. So, after the colonial rule, when we were, facing so much of problem, so we made it sure that our constitution will have certain written rights which are going to guard us against the misuse of the state which is in power in independent India. So fundamental rights, they protect the citizen against the one sided and absolute exercise by power of the state. Fine. So not all the rights are in the hand of the state only. There are certain rights which are with the people also. The constitution guarantees the rights for individual against the state as well as against other individuals. So same thing, what will a person do if the state is misusing its power? So for that purpose, children, we have certain fundamental rights which are very very important for a citizen. The various minority communities, they expressed, means they said that yes, there is a need for the constitution, and that constitution should include certain rights which are going to you know uh, help the people, which are going to uh, check the people's uh, rights. Fine. Protect their group. So children, rights for the minorities against the majorities are also given. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, you all know about him, the father of Indian Constitution. So he said that fundamental rights should be there, and their object was twofold. Means the first objective was that every citizen must be in position to claim those rights. If the person is not given certain rights, that person can claim it. And secondly, children, these rights must be binding upon every authority. Every authority should take care of this. These rights should bind the authority that has got the power to make the laws. So in addition to this, children, fundamental rights, the constitution has also a section called directive principles for the state policy. Fundamental rights, they are for a citizen, and directive principle of state policy, that is designed by the members of constitution to ensure that the greater social and economic reform, and just to serve as a guide to the independent Indian state. So these are the guidelines for the state also. Fine. So those are the directive principles of the state policy. At a side, children, you can see the fundamental rights. First is the right to equality. So means all people are equal irrespective of their caste, creed, whatever. Right to freedom, every person has right to freedom of speech and expression. No one is bind for anything. Right against exploitation, if anybody is getting exploited, that person can go to court. Right to freedom of religion, nobody is forced to follow a certain religion. Persons, whatever person wants to follow that religion, they can follow. Cultural and educational rights, every person has a right to continue with their culture, and they have the right to get education. Then after that, children, last one, right to constitutional remedies, means if any person thinks that he or she is not getting the equal rights, they can go to the court, children. Fine. So the last key feature is the secularism. Now what is a secularism? A secular state is one in which the state does not officially promote any one religion as a state religion. So you all know that our country is a secular state, means it is not promoting any particular religion. So that is secularism. The constitution plays a very crucial role, children, in laying out the ideals that would like all citizens of a country to adhere to. including the representatives that we elect. So the people also, as well as the representatives, they all have to follow these key elements, the fundamental rights, the directive principles of the state policy. So now you got to know how we took an example of football, why rules or regulations are very important, because constitution has to be changed over the years to reflect new concerns of the policy. Fine. Major change in the nature of constitution means a change in the fundamental nature of the country. If we are going to change the constitution, it means we are going to change the fundamental nature of the country. The different features of Indian constitutions, they are shown here, involved complicated ideas that are often not easy to grasp. So we are going to discuss more about these in the upcoming chapters. The chapter is over, children. Thank you and have a nice day.